Hello friends, now we are going to discuss about the nanomaterial synthesis and processes. A large number of techniques are available for the synthesis of nanomaterial in different forms like colloidals, clusters, powders, tubes, wires, and thin films. The nanoparticles are synthesized either by using the top-down approach or by using the bottom-up approach. In the top-down approach, the material are present in bulk form are broken into the smaller and smaller species till they reaches the nano size. Here bulk material is get converted into the nano size. That is the top down approach method. In the bottom up method, nanoparticles are synthesized by bringing the individual atoms and molecules together to reach the nano size. Top-down approach method involves the different techniques in it. They are arc discharge method, electron beam method, mechanical grinding method, spray pyrolysis method, co-precipitation method, chemical reduction method, and etc. In the bottom approach method involves different techniques like sol-gel process, solvothermal synthesis, pyrolysis method, using the plant and their extracts, using the enzymes and biomolecules, we are going to synthesize the nanomaterial. Now we are going to discuss about the bottom-up approach for the synthesis of nanomaterial by using the sol-gel process. The principle of sol-gel process is a chemical reaction are conducted in the solution to produce nano-sized particles called sols. The sols are linked to form the three-dimensional network called gel. The excess of solvent remain in the open pores. Controlled evaporation of liquid phase results in a dense porous solid called xerogel. On the other hand, when supercritical extraction is used, high porous lightweight solid are formed. They are called aerosol. Calcination of the gel produces the oxides. Sol-gel processing refers to the hydrolysis and condensation of alkoxide. In the material science, sol-gel process is the method for producing the solid material from the small molecules. The method is used for the fabrication of metal oxides, especially the oxides of silicon and titanium. The process involves conversion of monomer into a colloidal solution that we are going to call it as sol that act as a precursor. For an integrated network, that is the gel, either discrete particles or network polymers are formed. The starting material is processed to form the dispersible oxide and form a sol in contact with water or dilute acid. Removal of the liquid from the sol yields the gel. Sol or gel transition controls the particle size and shape. Calcination of gel produces the oxides, and those oxides are nano size range. Sol-gel processing involves the two steps. One is hydrolysis and other one is condensation. Metal alkoxide are used as a precursors. For example, tetraethyl orthosilicate. Tetraethyl orthosilicate is used as a precursor for the sol-gel process. The first reaction involved in the sol-gel process is the hydrolysis, where metal alkoxide is going to react with water in order to form the metal hydroxide and alcohol. Whatever the metal hydroxide is formed is further going to under the condensation reaction. This metal hydroxide is formed above step is going to react with another molecule of metal alkoxide to form the metal oxide and alcohol. That is the condensation reaction. Here by hydrolysis and continued by the condensation of those reactants, we are going to get the nanoparticles. The schematic diagram of nanoparticles is as shown here. Here first we are going to use the precursors. Precursors is the compound that participate in the chemical reaction and that produces the another compound. Then these precursors are going to dissolve and form the sol. Sol is a type of colloidal solution in which solid particles are suspended in liquid. The particles in a sol are very small. After the dehydration of sol, we are going to get the gel. Gel means a gel is a solution in which solid particles are meshed such that rigid or semi-rigid mixture are formed. When this gel material undergoing the rapid drying, then it is going to form the aerosol. Otherwise, if you are use the organic surfactants in order to extract the organic material from the gel, then we are going to get the aerosol material. On the calcination of aerosol, we are going to get the dense ceramic material. Calcination means it is a heating of solid to a high temperature for purpose of removing the volatile substances from the solid material. Here by the calcination we are going to remove the volatile substance from the aerosol in order to form the dense ceramic. Other one is when the sol is directly filtered, then we are going to get the particles. After the calcination of these particles, then we are going to get the nano powders. Other one is the sol is spinning on the material. Spin coating means here it is a procedure used to deposit uniform thin film onto flat substrate. Usually small amount of coating is applied on the substance which is spinning at low speed. The material here, the base material is spinning here at low speed and we are going to apply the sol on that spinning base material. Otherwise, we are going to dip this base material in sol solution only so that it will create the thin film on the surface of base material. After calcination, this whatever the coating is deposited on the surface of base material is going to form the thin film of nano material on the surface of base material. The sol gel process can be characterized by a series of distinct steps. First step is formation of different stable solutions of alkoxide or solvated metal precursors. Second step is gelation. Gelation resulting from the formation of an oxide or alcohol bridged network, that is the gel, by polycondensation reaction that results in the dramatic increase in the viscosity of the solution so that it will form the semi-solid like material. Third step is aging of that gel, during which polycondensation reaction continue until the gel transfer into a solid mass accompanied by contraction of the gel network and expulsion of solvent from the gel pores. Ostwald refining method is used. This in this phenomena, which smaller particles are consumed by the larger particles during the growth process, and phase transformation may occur concurrently with synergesis. The aging process of gels can exceed up to 7 days and is critical to the prevention of cracks in the gels that have been cast. The fourth step is drying of the gel. When water and other volatile liquids are removed from the gel network, this process complicated due to the fundamental changes in the structure of the gel. The drying process has itself been broken into 4 distinct steps, that are constant rate period, critical point, falling in the rate period, the second falling rate period. If the isolated thermal evaporation is there, resulting the monolith term, that is the aerosol, is formed. If the solvent such as a water extracted under supercritical, near supercritical condition, the product is formed, that is the aerosol. Next one method is dehydration. During the dehydration step, the surface bond metal hydroxide groups are removed, thereby stabilizing the gel against rehydration. This normally achieved by the calcining the monolith at temperature up to 800 degree Celsius. This next sixth step is densification and decomposition of the gel at a high temperature greater than 800 degrees Celsius. The pores of the gel network are collapsed and remaining organic species are volatilized, and we are going to get the different sized nanoparticles. Now we are going to discuss about the aerosol. Aerosol is a synthetic porous ultraviolet material derived from the gel, in which liquid component of the gel has been replaced with gas. That because of this, they will lighter weight and they will looks like transparent one. Next we are going to discuss about the aerosol. Aerosol is obtained when the liquid phase of the gel removed by the evaporation, but the liquid present inside the non-volatile liquid or water is present inside the material, it will remain there, then it will looks like a solid compact material. Now we are going to discuss about the advantages of sol gel method. Sol gel method is very useful for the synthesis of glass and glass ceramics at low temperature. In the sol gel method, mono-sized nanoparticles are produced. The disadvantage of sol gel method is the production rate of nanopowder in the sol gel method is very low. So this sol gel method have the very important role in the synthesis of nano material